Claude Opus 4.8, 57. A model that costs 50 cents per million tokens. 57. Same independent benchmark. Anthropic's price is 50 times higher for an identical score. Here's how a 50-cent model caught a flagship, and why that should worry anyone who assumes expensive means smarter. On August 26, 2026, a lab called Z.ai released a model called GLM-5.3-Flash. Artificial analysis, the independent index that scores over 180 models on the same test suite, rated at 57. Claude Opus 4.8, Anthropic's flagship, also rates 57. Not close, tied. Now look at what you pay for that tie. Claude Opus 4.8 costs $5 per million input tokens and $25 per million output tokens. GLM-5.3-Flash costs 15 cents in and 50 cents out. 33 times cheaper on input, 50 times cheaper on output. Same score on the index built to measure how smart a model is. This isn't one lucky release. In 12 days, Z.ai shipped 3 separate model updates. GLM 5.3 on August 14th, GLM 5.2 Turbo on August 17th, GLM 5.3 Flash on August 26th. Every one cheaper than the last. And in that same 12 days, the model didn't only get cheaper, it got sharply better. On DeepSWE, a coding benchmark, Z.ai's own score climbed from 46.2 to 63.4 in those 12 days. On AutomationBench, which tests multi-step agent tasks, the score nearly doubled, 26.2 to 48.8. That's a lab iterating in public, not a one-off stunt. On Terminal Bench 2.1, a benchmark built on real command line tasks, GLM 5.3-Flash scores 84.3. Claude Opus 4.8 scores 85.0, 0.7 of a point apart. GPT 5.6 Terra still leads the field at 87.4. The gap to the very top hasn't closed. The gap to a $25 flagship has. Here's the part that makes this stranger than a normal price war. Before any of these benchmarks went public, this exact model was already live on OpenRouter and OpenCode, running under a fake name, Alpha. No company attached, no published scores, an anonymous option sitting in a model picker. That anonymous model was GLM 5.3-Flash the whole time. By Z.ai's own account, Alpha became the most popular model on those platforms that week. While it was still anonymous, developers picked it on how it performed. Zero brand, zero marketing, no idea Chinese infrastructure sat underneath it. 320 billion total parameters, with only 18 billion active on any single token. A mixture of experts' design, released under an MIT license, weights posted publicly. Anyone can download the exact model that tied a top-tier flagship and run it themselves, with no per-token markup standing in between. For 2 years, AI ran on one assumption: expensive means smarter. An independent index that grades 187 models the same way put a 50-cent model and a $25 model on the identical line. Next time a benchmark chart shows a massive gap in price next to a rounding error in score, that gap was never buying intelligence. Ask what it was buying instead.